Hey, TikTok family. So listen up. I'm downtown in Nashville and I'm picking up some people from a corporation we deal with. Anyway, I'm sitting here waiting for them to come out, and there's four police officers that were standing outside their cars on the sidewalk there. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get up and go over and ask him what's going on with this migrant thing and just talk to him for a minute. So I got out of my car and I walked over and I said, hey guys, how y'all doing? And they're like, oh, we're doing good. How you doing? I said, hey, y'all mind if I talk to y'all for a second? They're like, sure. And I said, hey, y'all been having any problems with the migrants coming into Nashville and stuff? And they say, yeah, a little bit, not much. And I'm like, yeah. I said, it's a good thing. I think the governor passed a executive order or something saying that they're not allowed to bring them in here, and we're just kind of, and they're like, yeah, we're kind of talking. I said, I run this company, and I got an email the other day, and they were asking me to bring buses down to the border and move these people all over the country. And they're like, no, like, what? Who sent you that? I said, well, hold on just a sec, because I got a picture of it. So I pulled out the picture and showed them, and they started looking at it and reading it. And then all of a sudden they acted like, you know how people are looking at you and listening to you, and now they're looking off and not really listening to you anymore. They're like, hey man, surely I got something else I can be doing. Or, and I'm like, hey guys. So I try and focus their attention back to me while I'm talking so that, I can get them to listen to what I'm fixing to say. I said, well, have y'all seen the videos of all these people coming over the border? And they're like, no, not really. And I said, yeah, man, thousands of men are coming over the border, and they're coming from other countries and stuff besides Mexico. These aren't Mexicans. They're like black guys from Somalia and stuff. And they're like, nah, yeah. I said, well, hold on, man. I saved it in my favorites. Let me show you. So I show them a video where they're being processed, and there's lines of them, and they're going through, and the guy's asking them where they're going, and he's saying Philadelphia, Denver, LA, Chicago, New York, and I'm showing these officers, and they're looking at it, and then there's always one, he turns around, kind of walks off, and he's walking around, he's like, hey man, I got to get back to work, and the other guys are like, yeah, and I'm trying to show him. I said, hold on guys. I said, look, wait, I got this other video I want you to see. So I flip over, and I saved the one where the guy's showing his ID card. All right, so I said, look at this. I look, the UN is paying these men $2,200 a month to come over here and live. Now listen to what this guy's saying. And they're like, what? Man, I just don't really believe in it. And I'm like, guys, I'm trying to present y'all with some evidence that there's some things going on here that you need to be aware of, and y'all are trying to no man, we just got to get back to work stuff. I said, I tell you what, you listen to this right here, and then I'll let you go. I got to go too. And they're like, all right. So I play the video, and it's a black guy, and he's from another country, and he's holding out this card, and he said, yeah, the UN sent me over here. I'm a soldier for the UN, and they gave me this card, and it's got a computer chip in it, like a bank card, but it's got the guy's picture on it, information, number. He's a number, and he's telling them that he was told, he was given a phone, he was given this card, and he was told to go to a certain city and get a place to stay and wait. They would get in touch with him through the phone, I guess a mass text message or something, and tell him where to go when they needed him to do something. But basically, he was free to come into the country and hang out. Now listen, he's not just going to come live here. If he's a soldier for the UN, he's not going to come live here for 6 months and then pay him $2,200 a month. Okay? Whatever they're planning on doing it within, I would say, the next 90 days to 120 days. But he's going to go get a place to live, and he's going to watch his phone every day, and they're going to send him a message saying, hey, you need to report to this place. He needs to report to this place to get his uniform and his weapons. What in the hell? Who's giving him weapons and who's giving him a uniform inside our country. Ain't nobody called me up and said, hey, be ready, I'm going to call you up. When we call for you, you need to, come to this location, put a uniform on that we've got for you. And why is this guy doesn't have anything to do with our country here illegally getting a gun? And so I show these cops that, and they're like, man, I just really don't know what to tell you. And they just all kind of turn around. They go back and get in their cars and leave. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear anything about it. And I'm like, guys, what are y'all going to do if, I'm trying to talk to them. Man, we got to go, man. Yeah, man, that's weird. I hadn't heard that, hadn't seen that. But yeah, man, we got to get back to work. Now, that was the quickest way I've ever run cops off in my life. Trying to show them some evidence of something. Now, if I had showed them a dossier that said Donald Trump was in a Russian hotel peeing on prostitutes, now they'd want to look at that, wouldn't they? Oh, man, we need to look in. Hell, we need to do an investigation. So today, I've called the governor's office. I've tried to ask them about this document I've gotten. Nobody wants to talk about it. They're like, man, send it over. We'll take a look at it. It's unbelievable that if I'm right, let's just say I'm right, that all these men are coming into the country and we're going to have a takeover of the United States. You would think that would be the most important thing they would be worried about. I mean, okay, well, I think you're wrong, but show me that. At least show me the evidence. Tell me what it's not like I'm coming to them and saying, hey, I saw a UFO land in my backyard and the guy's living in my shed. Okay? I'm actually showing you that there are people coming over the border. You know it's happening, so that's true. And you know they're men, so that's true. And they're being dropped off all over the country, and you know that's true. Okay? So if I show you a video of a guy from another country and he's showing you a UN card, I mean, couldn't the least that our government would want to do is say, hey, when these people get here and they get off the bus, let's automatically ask them for ID and find out why they're here. I mean, you would think that would just be common sense. But no. Nobody wants to do anything. Don't want to hear about it, dude. Yeah, man, whatever. You're a kook. I'm a kook. So I understand what others are going through when they say, hey, I went and tried to tell somebody, nobody will listen to me. Yeah, man, I get it. I just don't know what to do about it. I can honestly say that the people running our country, running our law enforcement, there's a good chance that 60 to 70% of them are either stupid or in on it. I don't know. But how many times do you see cops come on here and say, hey, I want to make the public aware that there are things going on that you need to know about and they're not good? None, because they're scared to lose their job. I truly believe that police officers are taking these jobs and they're more scared of losing their job than doing the right thing, doing what's right. And people tell me all the time the military and the police are going to be on our side. And I'm just telling you, man, they're following orders. And they need their job and they want their paycheck and they don't want to go to jail and they don't want to be, they feel like, hey, man, if that's really happening, I'd rather be on the side that's going to win than the side that's going to lose, even if the side that's going to win is bad and evil. The two things, there's a couple of things that really make people do things they don't want to do. One is fear. That's usually the most. That's the one that gets people the most. And the other is money, power. Those three things right there are costing us our country. But, I'm trying to tell people in charge that our country's fixing to be invaded, and people are looking at me like I'm an idiot. What does it hurt to look at a few videos and then maybe go ask a few questions? I don't know. All right, everybody, that's it. I'm done for the day, I think. I really do. I think I'm done for the day. My head's hurting. I'm doing too much investigating and looking into things. I don't really see an answer. I don't know.